180. Right there in the middle. 55.
And watch that. And watch the ball.
Express. Put that down. Check. That's it.
This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Down. 185. Deuce right, Chief.
Now on 2nd and 16. Carr. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr gives to Richard. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 42-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
All day, defense. All day. All day. Check. Shit. Gumbo. Shit.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Check. Fresno.
They run it with Jacobs. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Down. Come on, guy, 55. 180. We're good. 180. We're done.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Down. 180.
Check, 55, Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On first down, Richard. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Hey, 734.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Josh Ferguson with a return of 102 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you 6.
Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A reminder later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 Series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL Championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Down. New 80. 55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Pick the edge. Pick the edge. That's right. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. That's up. That's up.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We're good. 180. Express.
Hey, check Mike. Watch 55.
Gotta do better.
The handoff running left for Richard. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
On the ground, Richard. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Down. 185.
Mike.
Watch the slant. Heavy. Watch the slant.
Hey.
Lie down.
From the 44, Carr. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. To throw is Carr. This complete to the tight end, Clay. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Carr. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Let him know. Switch.
Now a handoff to Richard. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 1st touchdown on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Raiders 10, Texans 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Get set. 19.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Let's go, baby.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Todd Davis, the Broncos' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Flushed out right.
You ain't doing nothing today.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
I got you, son. I got you.
Here's Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the #1 thing he does best is tackle.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
At the 21-yard line.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
You better bring it.
Now it's Watson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The final shot before the break. Watson caught left side Hopkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And all the way inside the Oakland 20 into the red zone. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Watson hands this to Foreman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 59.
Back to throw, Watson. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll go with Foreman. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 54.
Wild Bill.
A give the first man through Gillespie, the fullback. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's a give to Richard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Right down. 180. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Express.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Let's get it together, defense.
Jacobs now. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Down. 280.
Check, 55 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
He's coming.
On 2nd down now, Richard. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Mike. Monday, down. You're 180.
55. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Here's Carr. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Down. 280.
55. Hey, eat. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Show it.
Hatchet.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Down.
Mike 55. Mike
180. 180. We're good. 180.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Hey, Raider 2.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Final minute now, the 3rd quarter.
Go.
On 2nd down, Richard. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. This is caught by Williams. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 38. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with Josh Ferguson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there. Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie, and this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Reset. 19. 54 Mike. Hey, let's get this.
On the give, this is their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about. But as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
On 1st, again, they go with Ferguson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A 2nd down carry for Ferguson. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Todd Davis, the Broncos' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Here's Watson. Forced out to his left. He can run. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Carr now to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Watson to bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On the carry, it's Ferguson. Got some room at the 30. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, it's Ferguson. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running left, this is Ferguson. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
And Watson's going to throw it here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now.
55, Mike, 55.
180. 180, we're good, we're good. 180.
On first down, Richard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface.